we think everything's okay. We think everything's okay with our watershed, and water is such an ubiquitous thing that we just don't even think about the things that are problems, that are issues. So it really isn't just something we can sweep under the rug and just say it's okay. So I'm putting that question out there.
Johnson County does a really, really great job of moving stormwater and protecting people's houses from flooding. The reason why we need to consider it from a more holistic perspective is because those built systems are profoundly impacting our natural systems.
All the water, instead of running off into the ground, it's running off the yard into the streets and down the road and into the storm drains. And so everything rushes down really fast and it creates this flush of water, but it also flushes all these oils and pesticides and fertilizers and all those things. They all get rushed into the water, into the river, into the creek, and we have a big problem with erosion.
We have the Missouri and Kansas rivers as our source waters, very important, but we know there's lots of rivers and creeks and streamways that feed our source water. So it's very important to talk about those connections and make sure people understand that what happens away from the Kansas River still affects the Kansas River. So we're all connected to those local waterways.
The piece is titled, "Is It Just Water Under the Bridge?" That series of braids, for me, symbolizes the idea of water and how when it rains, eventually all that water ends up in the creek, and then eventually all that water ends up into the river and so forth. And so it starts as one little thread, one little piece of rope, and then it builds this one massive braid.
Johnson County Parks has amazing natural resources, but we haven't been telling that story to the way the public can truly visualize kind of how much work is being done to protect our natural areas. And so we've been really excited to work with artists and be able to look at natural resource management in a different way, like through the lens of an artist.
For me, as an artist, I want to create something that's for the community, that reflects the community, represents the community. Public art is an opportunity to create identity for your county, your city, your state. This is what makes us set apart from other places that have public art. It creates that unique sense of place and home.